You ever have an ugly old car that just refused to brake? Like, it may not look like much, but I could drive it across the country tomorrow. Well, we're going to test it out on this car. Not quite all the way across the country, but we're in central Ohio, and the cabin on the lake is all the way in the upper peninsula of Michigan. I just replaced a bunch of parts on it, including spark plugs, control arms, coolant hoses, drive shaft, and it's got 4 brand new tires. And I just taught myself to weld by fabricating that side exit exhaust right there. I love how it turned out. I'll link to a video below. It sounds great and it's kind of loud, so we got to be careful pulling out of here. We don't want to wake up the neighbors. So it's not horrible cosmetically, but the entire underbody's rotting away. It's literally being held by zip ties right here. This chunk of metal was actually flying backwards in the wind and rubbing on the tire. I thought I had a wheel bearing going. We got 560 miles to our cabin. It was rated at 32 miles per gallon from factory. I'm topping it off and I'm going to set the trip. We'll see how close it still is to that. It's got these oversized snow tires, so it's going to be a little worse, I'm guessing, but I'm going to try and push 450 miles on one tank. Sit rep, we're cruising 75 on the highway and it's kind of a loud drone, but at least I can hear what the engine's doing. It's nice and smooth. It actually wants to keep going faster, so it's not overloaded, that's for sure. This car came stock with 190/60 or 195/60 tires, and I've got oversized, it's 190/65. Tire rack says those are about 3/4 of an inch bigger diameter. So we should be reading 3% low on my speedometer. I was curious, we pulled up the app. It says 76 and 76. So it just happens the speedometer's off by exactly the right percentage to be precise with the wrong size tires. So we'll take it. I don't have to do any adjustment in my head. I'm surprised how much traffic there is at 5:20 in the morning. It's already getting bright over in the east. Alright, that is topped up. We didn't quite burn through a whole tank. 11.65. So 325 miles divided by 11.65, 27.9. That's a little disappointing. Running 85, not drafting anybody on those chunky tires. That'll do it. Time for second coffee and I'm sitting here bored. Thank you. Have a good day. You too. Mechanically it's flawless, not overheating, not burning oil. It's really loud, it's very fatiguing, and you don't know how much you miss things like air conditioning and an armrest until you don't have them. But we're about to the Straits of Mackinac and I'm ready for a break. Mackinac Bridge, everybody. 5 miles long. There's bigger suspension bridges, but nothing like this where it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no cities for 200 miles. All you got is the Straits, turquoise sea, and blue sky. Hear that whooshing sound? That is because the center two lanes are actually grates. They're not pavement. So you can look straight down and see the water 200 some feet below. Post office. So we are on M123, Michigan State Highway 123. And this is what it was like back in the 1920s and 30s, traveling across country by car before everybody had a car. We're on the main highway, we're headed into town. This is the town of Trout Lake. The highway just comes in, takes a right at the grocery store. Back out of town. They didn't have to put in the bypasses until towns tripled in size in the 50s and 60s. I just got to brag on my exhaust system. We're doing 67 and it's so mellow. There's no tinniness, there's no raspiness, there's zero ricer sound. I love it. If anybody needs a custom side exit exhaust fabricated, let me know. Oh, that's my muffler getting showered by rock. Man, I'm so sick of following these people. They're going so slow. Wow. Where is it?
How do you come up here?
There's no way.
That might be the most fatigued I've ever been after a long drive, but I'm glad we got that car up here. We're about to go exploring the National Forest. Check back for that video soon. Thanks for watching.